This is a full Instagram guide for 2026. I'm gonna tell you step by step how to grow brand new accounts, how to grow Reels organically, how to adapt to the new Instagram updates that cause issues, how to avoid shadowbans on your content, how to avoid getting accounts banned, account setup, and most importantly, how to get great results on the platform. On the screen right now, you can see all the topics that we're gonna cover in this video, so let's get into it. On the screen, you can see a screenshot of an Instagram account that grew from 0 to 50k followers in just 7 days. This account followed almost all of the principles we're gonna discuss in this video, and the majority of the followers and audience are USA based. The first ever reel uploaded to this account got over 31 million views. Now I mainly wanted to put this section first and early on in the video, just so you could appreciate the value being given to you for free. Because I'm not just randomly stating what you should do and how to grow accounts, I'm actually going to give you step-by-step instructions with evidence to back it up. Now this account was grown by a person that watched my videos and made very simple plan with the information that he had. And in my opinion, there's really nothing special or hard about what he did. He just focused on simple but important things and principles. And that guaranteed his success, so I'll try to take you a step closer to guaranteed success also. And this account actually grew so fast that it attracted attention from a bunch of people in the OnlyFans industry. I actually saw a lot of OFM guys followed this account, and I also even saw multiple videos from people commenting about how fast it grew and tried to explain the whole strategy behind the account and what it used for growing. But only I and the guy that grew the account know how it was grown because he actually messaged me before he even uploaded his first reel. And so to be fully transparent, I'll even share some of the communication I had with him. You can see the screenshots of our conversation on the screen right now, and I actually might even make a completely separate video where I explain exactly how this account was grown step by step and the entire strategy behind it. I believe many of you would find that very valuable, so I'll probably turn this section into a video by itself where you can learn and copy everything that was done. For those of you watching for the first time, my name is Renato. I've been in the OFM industry since 2022. TickFusion.com, our software, is used by over 1,000 agencies. We help them generate over $50 million every single month. And so that is just my credibility for what I'm about to share with you. Let's talk about it. Alright, let's cover everything step by step from the beginning to the end. First, you need an account. A mistake I see a lot of people making is buying Instagram accounts, buying them aged, warmed up, ready for spam, whatever. You should always create the accounts from scratch like a normal user, nothing suspicious. Instagram is a platform that you grow for long-term quality and not quantity. Only when you can control the quality, then you can increase the quantity. And so something that you will notice is that we base our entire strategy on organic growth like a real user. We avoid spam and suspicious actions at every single step. Because the core strategy of growing an Instagram account is growing long-term accounts that become assets. Because every single account is an asset that is capable of gathering tons of attention and should be treated as such. They shouldn't be treated as quick money. If you want the best returns, build them for the long term. So account setup. All of the accounts that we grow are always created on a phone without any VPNs or proxies, no anti-detect browsers, just a normal account on a normal phone. We don't buy any aged accounts, we create all of them by ourselves. The route you always want to take is building a brand and scaling organically through Reels. So really quick, what we avoid is buying accounts, don't use proxy or VPN, we always use a phone and act like a real user, never use a desktop, no fake followers, it screws up your reach for Reels. The goal is always to get USA-based male followers. For phones, iPhone or Android, doesn't make any difference from our experience running thousands of accounts. I grew accounts to hundreds of thousands of followers on terrible old Androids and also on brand new iPhones. But we generally use iPhone X and above, and most people prefer iPhones running the latest OS. For the bio, it doesn't really matter, you can put in your age, and literally anything from let's be friends to cute plus some kind of emoji, 18 or 19 for age, and something unique with 2 to 3 words. For the bio, we always just like to keep it very simple. You can put something cute and girly, put the age of your model and the city she's located in, or even her university if you want. It isn't too important, you can lie, of course. Also, since you're usually growing more than one account at the same time, we like to funnel our traffic just by saying follow my alt and adding your alt account in your bio so you can have free traffic being funneled to that account, and when it reaches a certain amount of followers, you can also start uploading reels there and growing at a quicker rate. Also, for the link in bio, you can put it a few days after creating the account. 3 is fine, just don't put it immediately after you create it. Also, we usually run 3 to 5 IG accounts per phone, but very important, I am gonna go in more detail about that in a few minutes. For the feed, you can have 3 to 12 high quality images. You can post them all in 1 or 2 days or in a span of 2 hours. No one cares, trust me, if you're hot, nothing else matters. Also, a thing I always recommend agencies to do is don't be overly sexual in your feed. You can have 1 to 3 more sexual photos, but usually always show just enough. But not too much as you want to get them hooked to you and not just fully show everything on your Instagram. And you can always pin the 3 main images, so it can be a teasing picture, a gym with a friend, one that is sexual, but 3 to 4 very good images is more than fine. And again, make them interesting and high quality, but avoid overly sexual. Growing from scratch. So our goal is never to grow from scratch organically. Why? On Instagram, there are multiple ways to get US followers quickly, but I'll tell you the 2 best options that we usually use in a second. But first, you need to understand account activation. Growing accounts from zero takes a very long time and is not productive at all. There is something that we call account activation. In short, Instagram doesn't promote small accounts, and account activation happens when you have at least 1 to 2K followers. But the more the better. It's even better if your account grows to 3 to 5K followers. But what account activation means is basically if your account doesn't have 2K followers, Instagram just doesn't care and doesn't promote it at all. Even if you have the best content in the world, it will get views, a couple hundred views, maybe a couple thousand, but the growth will be extremely slow. But what you notice is as soon as you get a couple thousand of followers, that same content will get much more views and be promoted to much bigger audiences. So let's get into the 2 best methods to grow from scratch. First of all, funnel existing traffic, either from existing IG accounts or another platform like TikTok. So if you already have a network of Instagram accounts that have a lot of followers, you can just funnel the traffic between the accounts. That can be having a bio with follow my alt or just the account itself. But you can also funnel existing traffic from other platforms. So we usually run many TikTok accounts and simply just funnel the TikTok audience to the Instagram account, and when it reaches 1 to 2K followers, we start uploading reels on it. While it's gathering followers, we always keep it private until it grows, and then we set it to public and start uploading reels. This is great because it boosts your account with an organic USA-based audience. And very often, when we start accounts, our followers are like 99% USA. But most of you don't have existing IG accounts that have lots of traffic or other forms of traffic. That's where the second method performs great. Boosting. You boost your best 1 to 3 posts, so not reels, images, while targeting the US. This is one of the most overlooked methods that no one talks about, but it's one of the best things you can do. So the account that I showed at the start of the video also did this exact same thing. So the strategy for boosting is very simple, and before I tell you it, the most important part is that you actually have good images and good content you're gonna upload. Because if you boost shitty content, it's gonna get shitty results. The goal is to get attention to great content. That's when you get great growth. And also, a lot of people like to say that the conversions are lower when you boost content compared to growing it organically. Although that is true for a very short period, no one cares because for a couple $100, you can grow an account organically in a week from scratch to 50K followers. Depending on how good your content is, you might grow it to 20K, and then it will grow more and more by itself if you continue uploading it content. So I don't really like that argument. But the strategy is very simple. You upload 1 to 3 images, preferably 3, so not reels, images, and you boost them for $20 to $30 a day per image. And usually you can do that for 5 to 7 days, even shorter sometimes, depending on your growth. But for most people, 1 week of boosting is more than enough. And while you're boosting the images, you can also upload amazing quality reels that attract a bunch of attention and have the capacity to go viral. If you combine viral content with boosting, you have guaranteed growth. So again, in short, If you're under 1 to 2K followers, Instagram almost won't promote you at all. Get those first few thousands of followers and then start uploading reels. And you can either funnel USA traffic to the account to grow it or boost it. Those are the two best methods. Next up, avoiding bans. This is very, very important. It might even be one of the most important parts of the video because you can do everything great, right? You can have great content. You can grow an account to 1 million followers. But if you get your account banned, you lose everything. So listen very carefully. First, don't have all of your main and big accounts on one phone. Every big account is one separate phone. We do this to avoid chain bans. If you're running multiple smaller accounts, you can run 3 to 5 per phone. But if one account starts getting bigger and you don't want to lose it, you should transfer it to a unique phone. I've seen way too many people lose all of their accounts because of a chain ban that happened on a device. Second, the number one thing that always kept us safe through the years is acting like a real authentic user. And I genuinely think many people overlook this. Act like a real user every day or every second day. Scroll for 5 to 10 minutes. Act like a real user. Interact with content. Don't just spam actions. Sit and watch something, like it, scroll a couple of reels, view stories, etc. Just be a real user. If Instagram believes you're a real person, and if they believe a real person is behind the account, they trust it. If the only thing a user does is spam content, you increase the chances of getting banned. You will lower your trust score if you only go into Instagram, upload every day and nothing else. Real users use Instagram and upload, not just upload, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, if you're in this industry, chances are you yourself or someone you know has experienced an account ban on Instagram. And this is a very important topic that most people ignore. You can follow all of the steps perfectly in this video, but if you make this mistake, you just wasted everything. So the reason for 90% of accounts that get banned is this one reason that most people don't even know. And that is the fact that you're likely using a bad link in bio. And I'm really trying my best to bring this to light and let everyone know. Now you might be thinking, how can a link in bio even be bad? What does that even mean? So if you go ahead and read the entire Instagram guidelines, which I unfortunately did, you can see that they clearly state that they don't support cloaking. And in simple terms, cloaking is just defined as showing a different page or content to bots and scrapers compared to what you show to real genuine users. So for example, to a real user you show your OnlyFans link, and to a bot you show a safe page that doesn't have an OnlyFans in it. Now take a look at this screenshot. I took this directly from Meta's guidelines page. So they clearly state that cloaking isn't allowed and it's against their terms of service, and you get banned for it. And the hilarious thing is that every single link in bio in the OFM industry uses cloaking. And not only do most link in bio tools promote the fact that they use cloaking, it's their main marketing point. Their main marketing point is that they use cloaking. They call it shield, bot protection, cloaking, etc. At the end of the day, people just want a link in bio they know they can trust, they don't want to get banned, and they want to funnel people to their OF. That is the only goal. And somehow every single link in bio manages to fail at that simple task. And so I read through all of their community guidelines in order to make this software safe and not break any rules. People trust evidence, not claims. I can claim that cloaking will make you safe, but as you can see, it actually gets you banned. And if you're a small account and you use cloaking, realistically you won't get banned because you're not even on Instagram's radar. But as soon as your account starts growing a bit, you can just say goodbye to your account because it's only a matter of time since they ban you. For some people it happens at 6k followers, for some at 20, and some even make it to almost 100k followers, but it's just a matter of time. It usually depends heavily on your trust score. And as I said multiple times earlier, our goal is to act like a real user. A real user wouldn't have 50 kinds of bot protection, so neither should you. And the interesting thing is that the guy that grew the account to 50k followers, you're gonna find this really interesting, listen to this carefully, he actually told me that he got 2 of his previous accounts banned and had to pay a guy for an unbanned service, blah blah blah, and he had a lot of issues. And I told him, just use Supalink for the new account you're gonna grow. And what happened? He grew the account with no issues, no bans, everything is good, the account is perfect. And there are a lot of lies and deception in the link in bio space, like these tools convinced most agencies that you need some sort of CIA level protection, but you really don't. I'm very educated in platform safety and what you can and can't do. I'm most likely one of the most educated people in platform safety in the entire OnlyFans industry. I have Tick Fusion, a software that is literally built on dancing around detection systems and fooling them, so I probably know a thing or two. So if you don't want to get your accounts banned, use Superlink, you can use it for free, and if you want more features, we also have a 7-day free trial. Brand plus niche. Branding the accounts you grow is one of the most important things you have to do if you want to grow them to big numbers. Again, just as the guy I mentioned that grew the account to 50k followers, he said he will try to grow the account as a brand. And that's exactly what he did. Now again, I'll likely make an even more in-depth video about everything he did, but right now we'll keep it simple. So he branded his model as a surfer plus a girl with a very unique birthmark. So she is branded, you cannot confuse her for anyone else, she is very unique, she is branded a 1 out of 1 model. So let's talk about the correct branding and niche of the model. So 99% of models go with the girl next door niche, all right, and it is very bad. For the past 3 years, almost every single agency brands their model as the girl next door, and for those past 3 years, I've also been doing this and teaching other agencies to do it. But in the last 6 months, there has been a very obvious decline in performance for models that go in the girl next door niche. And so since every model is the girl next door now, it no longer works, and they're boring and they no longer attract attention. Being a good looking and hot girl isn't enough. I'll go ahead and tell you what performs best, because currently AI models and AI content have kind of disrupted the marketplace now, and it's becoming very interesting. From girls that have half of their skin covered in black and half in white, the models that are black as the dark, like they're black as in under your bed kind of dark, you probably know who I'm talking about. And I've noticed the best performers are the ones that have something very unique about them. So the best performing niches right now are kind of goth, cosplay, and 1 out of 1 unique models. They can be basic in every sense, just a good looking girl, average boobs, average body, but if she has something very unique about her, it performs great. Examples of that, I'm gonna name a bunch. Birthmark across the entire face. Skin condition, it can be either fake or real. Unreal proportions, this is one of the most important ones. Unreal proportions, so incredibly small waist and big boobs, for example. Even use Photoshop if you have to achieve these kind of effects. Just huge boobs or huge ass by itself. Wide waist and ass with small top, right? Small top of her body. Asian, also very good always. Stockings plus feet videos. Cosplays, goth, girl with braces. The mommy niche is very good. So mommy niche is kind of girls that are usually thick and goth. Also goth slash stockings, high school, college, young looking, like just turned 18 type of vibe. Short black hair plus big boobs also perform great. And black haired and goth models are performing very good right now. Blonde models performed best in the past. That means you can either go with the niches I described, but since more and more people are now seeing these goth girls, the extremely hot blonde niche is now opening up again. And you can actually get a lot of attention as not a lot of people are promoting blondes right now. So a blonde with very attractive proportions will perform great. Also, the way to perform the best is to have the girl that they never see outside. You should really take this into consideration. And really listen carefully to what I'm about to say. Again, as I said, goth is usually the best. More and more niched girls in their rooms instead of going out to film content is performing great. Now, porn stars perform bad. Why? Listen carefully. Men want a real relationship. They do not want to be sold 24/7. They want the decision to subscribe to your OnlyFans to be their decision. If you make them feel like you're forcing them to do that, you will lose out on 90% of your revenue. Some of the people that I know that make the least amount of money in this industry are porn stars. That's because everyone can watch their content for free. It isn't satisfying and they overly sexualize themselves. Because most fans aren't looking for just pure looks, they're looking for attachment and developing relationships. And they know with a porn star, it's just purely physical. They don't give a fuck. They fucked 1,000 other guys. It's purely physical. But now, if you can combine the incredibly strong physical and sexy aspect of a model to look stunning 10 out of 10, and also manage to portray her as a niche girl that you never see anywhere else, so she feels like a hidden gem, and then also add personality to it, that's the secret to making a lot of money. So the business is selling attention, looks, and exclusivity, and not just pure physical content. Because that makes the least amount of money. Men are lonely and they want a connection. They want to feel the connection to a girl that is out of their league. But they want to feel like they have a chance because you're not a porn star and you're unique. You have to look like a hidden gem and you have to achieve the effect so it seems like he found you. The dynamic is the strongest when he feels like he discovered you by himself and that he is not being sold anything. Like it is his own free will to go subscribe to you, okay? And remember, your main goal is always to build your model's brand. And Instagram should be the main page where you funnel your audience and warm up your leads and build up your brand at the same time. So Instagram is for the long term. Don't do it if you're gonna quit after 2 weeks. And if you're a regular viewer on this channel, you probably know that I'm a big proponent of building your model's brand and doing methods of traffic long term and consistently, and not aiming for some quick method that isn't sustainable. Alright. Reels and going viral. This is a pretty long video at this point. From our experience, accounts that already have existing following from the country you want to target perform best. So if you start from scratch, it usually takes months to reach 1K followers, but if you already have 1 to 5K followers and then start uploading reels, then your account grows much quicker. That is, of course, only if you're actually uploading high quality content. If you have terrible content, nothing helps. So the highest leverage activity and highest leverage skill you can develop if you want to make money in the OnlyFans industry is to know what makes good content. If you know everything but don't know how to go viral and make good content, no one will know about your model. Knowing how to get attention is the #1 thing that makes money. If I talked about what makes good content and how to go viral in this video, it would genuinely be over 1 hour long. If you want to develop the skill of knowing what makes good content, go ahead and watch this video on my channel. It's one of the best videos I ever made. It's called How I Grow and Scale Instagram Reels Fast. I'll also link this video in the description down below so you don't have to look for it. But some quick things on how we run reels are we upload 1 high quality reel a day at the beginning, and if you see the account starting to pick up more traction and views, then we start uploading 2 per day consistently. Also, you can schedule your reels in advance to make it easier for you. It doesn't make any difference in views from our experience. And once you start getting viral content and want to scale, just use TickFusion to create a bunch of copies of the viral videos and upload them again on other accounts, and also run trial reels, very important. I'll talk about them in a second. But I first want to tell you, a mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't post stories. You should really utilize them. You should post stories, make them fall in love with you, 3 to 5 stories every single day. It can be what you eat, going to the gym, chilling, watching a movie, lifestyle stuff, just the nature, whatever. No selling. Do not promote your OnlyFans. And then in the evening, you post, come chat with me, or link in bio, or I'm horny, whatever it is. This will increase conversions by an extra 10% usually. So interact through stories and then start selling on 1 story a day every evening. Now, trial reels, if you want to run them, this is such a simple framework that genuinely prints money, and it's so simple to do. First, find previous viral winners. So find a video that has previously gone viral or performed well for you. Build a folder with the best performing videos. Then you use TickFusion to turn 1 viral video into 100+ unique pieces of content. Post 5 to 6 trial reels a day. It can even be 3 to 5. With time, you can go up more and more if you want, but do whatever works best for you. Some people like 10, some people like 5, some people like 3. See what performs best for you. Track the best performing ones and double down on those again and just keep re-uploading them. Of course, but first repurpose with TickFusion. And why is this method/framework so powerful? Trial reels allow us to reach a new non-follower audience every single time. And TikFusion allows you to re-upload previous viral videos multiple times. If you get one video that goes viral, with TikFusion you have 100 more lottery tickets to go viral again. So the framework in short is find viral videos, re-upload them with TikFusion. Next up, Shadowbans. This is also a very important point to listen to carefully, because I'm always surprised when I talk to people and they have very successful agencies and very big accounts. They're making a lot of money, but many of them kind of forget this basic thing. And that is check your account status, okay? You have to check the account status every few days and see if you have any orange flags or warnings. How to get rid of them is very simple. So a big mistake many people make is when, for example, a post or a story gets flagged by Instagram, they appeal it with something like, oh, I actually didn't violate any guidelines, blah, blah, blah. Appealing is good on TikTok, but on Instagram it is such a terrible idea. Just save yourself the hassle, don't do it. Unless your entire account gets fully banned, then you should probably argue. But if any of your stories or posts get flagged, just delete them. Nothing else. Do not argue, do not private them, do not archive them, delete them, okay? 90% of the time, the fix is so simple. You delete the post, don't argue with Instagram, delete the post, and that's it. Now, be careful because your stories can also get flagged, and they usually stay flagged for a very, very long time, forever, because they go into your story archive. So if a story gets flagged, delete it. Make sure to delete any flagged posts, get rid of the orange flag, delete the stories from the archive, make sure it's all good. And just a quick tip for you, if you deleted the flagged posts and you still have orange flags, just contact Meta support. They sometimes have glitches that keep your account status flagged, but it's all okay. Reach out to them, tell them it's a glitch, and they resolve it. And this happens pretty often. You might even experience it. And you sometimes might even get flagged for being overly sexual in your videos, but that's easy to fix. Just be a bit less sexual. But the main thing you're going to face if you're re-uploading the same piece of content is that you will get flagged for duplicate content. That's the main issue for most people. So if you're struggling with duplicate content issues and your content is getting flagged, just use TikFusion to solve that issue. If you want to re-upload the same piece of content to multiple accounts and you want to scale more easily, repurpose your videos with TikFusion and you're fine, right? It makes scaling much easier, and if your model is lazy, for example, or just doesn't record a lot of content, you can just reuse her content and keep uploading it after you repurpose it. And last but not least, US audience and reach. I just want to cover this quickly. How do we reach a US audience on Instagram? The answer is very simple. People think it depends on your IP address or the SIM card you use. It's none of that. It's simply a question of what audience watches and interacts with your content. I said this before, if single moms from Lithuania engage with your content will be shown to more single moms in Lithuania. If horny middle-aged males from America watch and interact with your content, it's going to get promoted more to them. Very simple. And always remember, if you want to control your traffic more and limit who sees your videos, you can always restrict age groups and countries from seeing your content. And if you can bring existing traffic of horny USA-based males, that's where the money is at. Or boosting, as I said earlier. This was a pretty long video. This is all I wanted to talk about. I hope you found it valuable. If you did, like the video, check out TikFusion, check out Superlink, and I'll see you in the next one.